everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm trying out voice recording, so let me know how this is for you guys. Today's video is going to be about my go-to fonts in my bullet journal. Right here I'm just writing the title. This is all going to be in real time so that I can kind of explain to you my method when I write each of these different types of fonts. Can't forget a heart. So my number one go-to, it's called the Tall and Skinny. Well, that's what I call it anyway. The main thing is to make sure that your horizontal lines are either at the bottom, very bottom of your letter or at the very top. So as you can see, the A and the K have their connecting points at the bottom. Number two is just short and wide. So it's kind of the opposite of number one. And just make sure you smush your letters and kind of elongate them. Elongate the horizontal strokes. Moving on to number three. This is going to be fake calligraphy or faux calligraphy. I'm preparing myself right there. I drank a little bit of coffee before this, so my handwriting is a bit shaky today. The first thing you're going to do is start out with the basic cursive. Whatever your cursive may look like, it doesn't matter. Just do whatever your hand allows you to do, but make sure your lines are connecting. Just like cursive, nice and easy, nice and simple. And then when you're done, you're going to go back and add an extra line, either blank or filled in. You're going to add an extra line to every downstroke. So every area where your pen went down, you're going to add an extra line. And this gives the illusion of a thicker line and increased pressure in your pen, as if it were real calligraphy. Got a little squish there at the end. Hope you don't mind. Moving on to number four. It's just your basic boxed lettering or bubble lettering. I think bubble lettering is more rounded. In boxed lettering, you will keep your edges. And in this specific example, I do keep the edges and the 90-degree angles, or just your corners, I guess. So you're just going to do the outline of your letter, and then you're going to add the inner spaces to create a box. So there's the box. And then moving on to number five, it's the same concept, except you're going to spread your letters out a little further in order to make room for the shadow to the left. And it doesn't need to be to the left. You can make the shadow in whatever direction you see fit. So as I'm getting it written out for you guys, I'll explain a little bit about the angle of my camera. I apologize that my hand's in the way. It was either, you know, cover up my writing a little bit with my hand or put the camera on the other side and you guys would be upside down. I figured you'd like to see it right side up. If you guys have a better way of making sure the video is not only visible but also right side up, let me know. Okay, now this is where I go back and I add the box, or not the box, the shadowing. So it's the same kind of concept as the fake calligraphy. You go back and add it to the left side of all the angles. You kind of have to have a general understanding of how shadows work in order for this to be successful, but I promise you, once you do it a couple times, it becomes like second nature. And then you can go back and darken it up by either coloring the shadow in completely, or as I like to do, I just like to do little stripes inside. It's a little bit more artistic to me. It still gives you the illusion that you want, while at the same time keeping it looking hand-drawn. Number 6 is pretty simple. It's just my regular handwriting, but I use it quite a bit in my bullet journal, so I figured I'd just throw it in for you all. The biggest thing to note here is that my A's are a little bit different. I just changed it recently from a standard A to an A that has a little bit of a tail at the top. I just figured it'd be cuter. And I don't always dot my I's with a heart. I just wanted to throw it in to make the page look a little prettier. And lastly is real calligraphy. And I switched to my Fudenosuke brush tip calligraphy ink pen. The biggest thing to note here is that when you go up, you pull up on your pen a little bit just to make the line a little thinner. And then when you drag your pen down, you're going to want to add a little bit extra pressure. If you can tell a little bit in the tenseness of my hand, I'm adding just the tiniest bit of pressure and pushing it a little bit harder when I drag the pen down. That's it for today's go-to fonts. I have plenty more to show you all, but I figured 7 would be just good enough. Let me know how you liked this video and if it was relaxing to you. Also let me know if in the future you would like me to speed it up if it was just a little bit too slow for you all. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!